I completely forgot what I was saying. But anyway, as you read from the title, that my little brother is a savage. Yes, indeed, he is. It's a long story short, cause using the camera that I'm using, like I had to. I don't want it to be a long video as well. I don't want it to be a long video. Even though it's a long video, I can still cut it into part one and part two. But I don't feel like doing that, you know. So I was in Joburg and I was doing grade 1 or 2, I think. And then Chava is my little brother, right? He was doing grade R or crash. But anyway, Jamie is my friend that stayed right there that you rented in that house. There was a second house that was there in the one yard, right? So he stayed there. So I ate my porridge in the outside so that I can get that vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? That vitamin D. So when I ate outside, I was like, okay, it's nice, cool, chill. I was alone, nice. I was like, perfect, peace and harmony. Out of nowhere, Jamie comes. I'm like, god damn it. And then Shaba comes out of nowhere a few minutes later as well. And then he admires Jamie's skateboard. As he admires Jamie's skateboard, Jamie goes off out of nowhere. He says,
"Get off my skateboard, get off my skateboard." I'm like, my nigga, he's not even touching your shit. And then he's like, nah, I don't like him touching my stuff. I don't want him to touch my stuff. And then I'm like, okay, then simple. Put your skateboard away. He's like, nah, I wanna play with it. I'm like, but you eating though.
Jamie goes off, he's capping. And then as he continues capping, my mind just mutes him off. And then a few minutes pass by, Chaba touches the skateboard, right? When he touches the skateboard, Jamie goes off. When Jamie goes off, he goes off on him. He smacks him, and then he grabs the skateboard and then he kicks it into the gate. Chaba knows that the skateboard or toys are not allowed by the gate because it's gonna jam the gate. If the gate jams,
how are we supposed to open the gate now? Cause your mom got a car. Our parents have cars. How are we supposed to enter in our house then if you jam our gate?
I'm like, okay, Chaba go fetch that shit. So Chaba goes and fetches the skateboard. Jamie went inside to go put his ball. When he came outside, he came out running like flash. I'm like, what was that? And then I see Jamie there. No, it's mine. Let go. It's mine. Get off my thing. Chaba gets off, not in a proper way, but Jamie snatched it under his butt because Chaba was sitting on it like so. And then Jamie decides to snatch it from the front. So Chaba almost hit with his head. So he lands with his bum, and then he was painful because it was bricks. And then he's like, okay, he starts crying. And when he starts crying, Jamie goes up, he doesn't feel no sympathy. And then I'm like,
okay, but I do not care about that crying, but I care about you, Chief. Why did you have to do that to my little bro? He's like, nah, I told you, little bro. I'm like, man, shut up.
time goes by. Chava plays with the action figures, which are made out of acorns. There's a tree that grew acorns, and then it fell from the ground, so he used those acorns to play as action figures. So Jamie decides to put his skateboard right next to him, right? But not next to him, but he was sitting here and his skateboard was right there in front of him. And then one of Chava's action figures decides to land underneath Jamie's skateboard. So now he's trying to get him. So now when he's trying to get it, Jamie decides to ram him with 4 wheels while he's trying to get his acorn action figure. Chava cries. When Chava cries, he's like, I told you, stay away from my shit. And then I'm like, fam, he was fetching his acorn shit. And then he's like, but he was touching my shit from underneath. This is not a playground. I am like, my nigga.
If he cries one more time and it's your fault, I will beat you up. Because I was older than him, so I was like, man, I'm saying. And I was never scared of a white boy, fam. Until now, fam, I'm still not scared of a white boy.
Daddy, fam, I was smashing to a pulp, Try me. Anyway, right? Jamie decides, no. Feels no sympathy. I'm like, okay, Jamie, listen, fam. You gotta play nice. If you don't play nice, there'll be trouble.
Chaba decides, nah man, to hell with that. This nigga ran me with 4 wheels.
Chaba decides to take Jamie's skateboard. When he took Jamie's skateboard, Jamie decides to play a Tiger Woods him. It's mine, no, it's mine. Now Chaba is not much of a talker, so this whole time Chaba wasn't talking, but I can tell from his eyes that this is what he was saying. He was like,
if it's yours, then come and get it.
he snatches it with Matrix level type of shit, and then somehow he whacks him on his head. He whacks Jamie on his head. When he whacks Jamie on his head, Jamie cries. He calls his mom. His mom comes out, and then Jamie's like, yeah, he's whacked me with my skateboard on my head. And then he's like, it was a mistake. And then I'm not commenting on that thing. I'm like, I don't know what happened. So Jamie is like, okay, it's fine. You choosing him over me. I'm
like, my nigga, he's my little brother. What do you expect to happen? And then Jamie decides, okay, cool. It's fine. I see where our friendship goes. I'm like, whatever the fuck that mean, okay.
So Jamie continues sitting outside. And then Chaba decides to, I don't know what happened, but I think Chaba touched Jamie's skateboard. Actually, he tripped and fell on Jamie's skateboard. And then he started rolling, and then he tried to stop it, but he couldn't because he was in a bad position. And then Jamie thought he was riding it, and then now Jamie goes off, and then he spits at Chaba. So Chaba is walking behind him now. He picked up the skateboard, and then Chaba was like on the ground now. Jamie spits on Chaba, and when he came back, he got 6 kicks from me, man. And then he's like, "What did you do that for?" I am like, "You kicked my little brother. Like, you literally spit on my little brother. What do you want me to do? Say congratulations. How did you feel?" No, I'm not gonna do that. No. And then he's like, "Okay, it's fine. I'm like, whatever that means as well. Okay. Jamie decides to keep quiet. Jamie's still mad at me and at Chaba. Chaba decides,
that's not enough. I must get my revenge.
Chaba walks towards Jamie. When he walks towards Jamie, Jamie's like, move away. He pushes him once. Move away. He pushes him twice. The minute he pushes him 3rd time, in less than 3 seconds, Chaba literally beat Jamie to a pulp. In other words, he threw 50 hits. Chaba threw 50 hits. A grade R threw 50 hits on a grade 2-year-old, fam. On a grade 2. Grade 2. He's like, Jamie was like, like, he was like as if he was turning Super Saiyan, and then he cried, and then he went to his house, spiced the story at his mom, and then he came back. His mom asked me what happened. I am like, I wish I could tell you, but I couldn't see as well. He's like, describe it then if you can tell me. I'm like, I just told you that I cannot. And then I'm like, but if you're wondering how it looked like, because I only got a glimpse, I think, or it was the actual footage, is that it was. That's it. She's like, huh? I'm like, that's it. She's like, I don't understand. I'm like, me neither. It literally was so fast that it looked like and then she's like, you are very naughty. You are very naughty. Say sorry. Chaba's like,
I ain't saying sorry for nothing.
Jamie decides to snatch his skateboard from him. Give me my skateboard. I'm like, this again. I'm like, fam, aren't you tired of saying that same line over and over? And then Jamie decides to retaliate in front of his mom because he thinks that, yeah, his mom's gonna protect him now. This is time for him to get payback. Jamie decides to hit Chaba, like as in a punch, like punched him. And then Chaba decides, grab the skateboard, and then whacks him again on his head. Same spot. Jamie cries twice as loud. Jamie's mom's like, okay, now you've crossed the line. Now he disciplines. She smacks Chaba on his shoulder, ribs, and by his bum. It was like 8 times, and then Chaba was like,
"You dare lay your hand on me?" Kicks him by the knee. Oh, I felt that pain. If it's like between your foot and your knee, that's in between, just in between, kicked him right there. And then I was like, damn.
and when he kicked him there, she was like, she wanted to cry. I saw that she wanted to cry because the shoes that he was wearing, I don't know what shoes that nigga was wearing at that day, because those shoes are hard as hell from the front. They have like a hard cover on the front. So it was very funny to see Jamie's mom trying to discipline another child while she's in pain. She's trying to ignore the pain. She's like,
I'm a smack you. Comes out. I'm like, oh shit. The aunt comes out. The aunt doesn't play no games. And she was 180 degrees. I saw the hand moving up and down, up and down, up and down 20 times. I'm not sure if she hit him 20 times or was it 20 times back and forth and it was 40 hits that he received. Because it could have been also the Matrix, the hand could have moved as fast as the speed of light, so I only saw 20. I could count 20. I'm not sure about her. I'm sure she hit her 80 times, so I'm like, ooh, this nigga's not gonna sit for a whole week.
Jamie, so Jamie's like, yeah, now Jamie's crying as if he's bleeding, and then he goes to his house. Technically, he was because of a splinter, which was very small, and then I thought they were gonna cut him bald on the middle. So I was ready to see that. I was literally waiting to see that day, because I think on the next day he came wearing a beanie, so I wanted to take off the beanie so bad. But he just got a brush cut. I'm like, man, that sucks. So Chaba decides, okay,
Yeah, you hit me. I don't know how many times, but I can tell it burned. Chaba decides to turn into a Tasmanian devil right there on the spot. He goes from 0 to 100. He turns around. When he turns around, he bites the lady's boobs.
he bites the lady's boob like it's in a bite, like a clenched bite, like right there. It couldn't. The lady moved this way. Chaba's body went that way. The balloon moved that way. Chaba's body went that way. I am like, she literally moved. She moved around 4 times. Chaba's body was going dangling from the boob, fam. She was busy crying, screaming. Ah! Busy smacking, Chaba smacking. Fam, she even forget that this was a child. She was literally doing this. Chaba's that's a big ass boob. So then Chaba lets go. When Chaba lets go, he dashes into the house. And then they go back inside. So Jamie, Nanny, and his mom and Jamie went inside the house. Chaba goes inside. So I'm like, okay, I know they're finna call me to explain, so let me just hop onto it. I go to the house. I get into the house. When I get to the house, I see Chaba chilled as F, fam. He was like, so, nigga, you literally just murdered the entire family out there, and then you just sitting as if nothing happened. And then it's like,
I don't know what you're talking about, fam.
like, none of them believed me until they came the next day, or later on. Yeah, it was later on. They came to complain, and then my father was the one who answered the door. And instead of my father disciplining Chaba, he told me actually, that I must be more like my little brother. I must be more like a man. I'm like, what that's supposed to mean? You think I'm gay or something? He's like, do you want me to answer that question for you? I am like, I'm gonna tell mom. I will definitely tell mom that you said that to me. I know you liked it. You watched the whole thing, so it means you did like it. So do me a favor and tell your friends that they must watch the Storytime. They must stop bitching and go to Netflix. They don't have money for Netflix. YouTube is free. Come and watch the Storytime. If you watch the Storytime with your friends and your friends' and your friends' family, cousins, brothers, sisters, and mothers and cousins and ancestors come and watch my Storytime, then I'll post another Storytime. If not, well. But anyway, I will see you in another one. No, actually, you will see me in another one because I'm not going out the house. Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. Bye.